One of the amazing things about Euclidean geometry is that the ancient Greeks were able to copy a line segment. Now, today, actually, it probably seems not that hard to do it. So you got line segment, you find the point. So what you're going to do, you just pick up a compass and measure the length, and you move your compass over to this point. So you measure this length, use a compass. So you go like that, and you lift the compass, and then you move down to here. And then you can just say, okay, draw a circle, then that you can copy a line segment. But you have to remember, we're talking about 2,000 years ago, and there is no way they can build a compass which able to just stay put when you lift. The compass they have is something called collapsible compass, which means once you lift it, and the two legs will collapse, they will just fold. So there is no way you can do that in any practical way. But they developed a way actually to do it, even just with a very primitive tool. So that's kind of one of the amazing things that they did. And not only they can copy a line segment, and they can prove that it's the exact length, which it's not that easy to do. Even if you're trying to do a measurement, once you lift something, you might actually change a little bit. Or if you use, say, a ruler, when you're going to measure, it's very hard for you to measure exact length. You basically have to do some rounding. But to the Greeks, at least in terms of theorem, they can prove you can actually copy a line segment to any point, any given point, at any given length. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay. So let me actually change the color of the line to make that kind of differentiate from the line I'm going to draw, which is called 8 lines. So I'm going to draw this line here, and I'm going to construct equilateral. Okay. So far, everything I did, I'm using a straight edge and compass, and the compass I used, when I lift it, it will collapse. So that means I'm not I cannot use that to measure any line segment. It's just kind of reproduce what the Greeks did back then. Okay, so now this is something we learned before. This is a perfect equilateral triangle. And then with that, we are going to draw another circle like that, using the red line, the line we're going to copy as the radius. Then we extend line on this side. Now we find another intersection. Then we're going to use this at the center. Oh, let me do this. Right, use this as center, and this here as the radius. So another circle. Now, once we did that, then we can just extend on this side. Okay, and we got new one. And Euclid basically said, if we do this way, you get a perfect copy. You just exactly the same length. Of course, today we have things to help us to confirm that. Now, let's see. Quick confirming. It's not the proving. We was measure the length. When we go here, we'll measure the length. We'll see that we got exactly the same. But that's just a confirmation, say, okay, we're not that off. But we still need to prove it. So here's how we prove it. We're going to put some notations here. This point is A, this point is B, this point is C. We're going to copy from point B to point C, okay? And this is our point D. This is our point E, and this is our point F. So now you can see that, first of all, we know AB is congruent to AC, right? That's the equilateral triangle. And then we know that BE is congruent to BD because that's the radius, same radius on the radius on the same circle. Of course, they'll as long as the same circle, the radius is always the same, no matter where you draw this radius. Okay, we have that. And we also know that AE is congruent to AF because, again, we draw just one circle, use AE as a radius. And of course, the AF and the AE are the radius on the same circle. So they are congruent. But notice that AE, we can break that into AB plus BE. On the other side, AF is AC plus CF. Now, we said AB is equal to AC. Now we can take that from both sides of the equation because same amount. Now, how about BE? We know BE is BD. So the BD has to equal to CF, which means our line CF, this line, is exactly the same length as the line of BD. So this is actually pretty, have a very significant, how to say, very important, this theorem, that because that shows that now, even though we don't have a physical compass, which can measure any line segment, but we have an abstract, a theoretical compass, which we can use that to copy any line segment to any point. And that is very important theorem because from that point on, things become a lot easier. All right, I'll see you next time.